morning. Hello everyone. Happy end of summer. I really like the end of summer, beginning of fall. I think it's such a beautiful time. It's like a beautiful weather time, and it's also just very exciting. It's kind of like the end of winter when like things are about to finally get green. Very exciting. So I'm definitely not like a desperate for it to be fall person, but I am excited for spooky season. Today we are going to be making a costume for Evie from Mummy. Absolute fashion icon. Evie has a lot of excellent looks throughout the movie. Closest thing I could do was the black dress at the end of the film. Is it her most recognizable look? No, but I like it, so I made it. If you want to see me planning out my drafting method, you can check out my last video. If you want a more detailed tutorial about how to draft this particular pattern, go watch this video by the Closet Historian. I will link that in the description, so you should definitely check it out if you're into pattern drafting or want to get into pattern drafting. I basically followed it like line for line and then just made the adjustments that I had to for the pattern that I made. The pattern worked pretty well, but I do have adjustments to make still. Hello boys, welcome to the voiceover. I am so happy that you all joined us. So the first thing we needed to do for this dress was to take this pattern, which I drafted in the dead of night, which is why you don't see footage of that here. But I just took that pattern, weighed it down, and cut all my pieces out. And for this pattern, because there was so many tucks and so many darts going in, I really didn't want to have to worry about things not lining up properly, so I was really careful with cutting out all of my little, I don't remember what they're called, the little triangles. And then to make the A-line skirt very, very scientifically, I laid down my skirt block pattern, and I simply, when it got to the fullest part of the hip, kept going out. And this worked very well, so I've learned nothing. And then I needed to go in and do the do the lining. Do the lining for the bodice. And the top bodice piece is just like a lot more complicated than I wanted to do twice. So I decided to try and use this method that the Closet Historian taught me, that I learned from her videos, but it didn't quite work. Because I didn't check the length against the actual facing at the end, so it ended up too long or I guess too wide, and it was fine, I just had to cut it, but it was very confusing for a minute. And then I went through and cut the rest of the facing and ironed all of my edges and all of my pieces. I do iron my fabric before cutting it, but also I feel like it's so big that it's very hard to get an actual feel. You can't, I don't know, I feel like I can never get it that well ironed. I serged the raw edges for the skirt and anything really long that wasn't going to be encased in lining. And I sewed a bunch of stuff up. So when I came in to attach the final bit to the bodice, there was a little bit of maneuvering I had to do, so I just kind of had to pin it up to the point in the triangle, and then I like pivoted it in a funny way, but you know, it worked. I have done the lining for the bodice, so I'm only lining the bodice. So I still need to attach the button loops and then understitch the front of this. At some point, maybe I'll do this dress again in like a, you know, like a rayon crepe or potentially silk, because I really like this pattern and it worked really well. And that would be more screen accurate. Not that I think anyone really knows this dress by heart anyways, but it is my favorite dress from the movie, so. All right, and I need to do the buttons and the buttonholes, which I think I'm just gonna do little loops of embroidery thread because they don't have to be functioning buttons. But yeah, and then we have this side where I did something that I've done a lot, something that I am notorious for doing, which is I did the whole thing and I understitched it before attaching the straps. So I went in last night and I picked out the seam for where the strap goes in here. And now I need to do the same thing for the back. Then I can go in and start, you know, finishing off the lining on both sides, actually doing the buttons and stuff. And then for the buttons, I don't have covered black buttons, so I'm going to, I feel like I saw Bernadette Banner just like make some covered buttons for that Sherlock Holmes like overcoat she made. So I have some just little black buttons. Ugh, please look at my button. And I'm gonna try and just like cover them in the same material that the rest of the dress is in. I don't know, part of me is like, I could finish this today. And maybe I will, but we'll just have to see. Hello, so the dress is as done as it's gonna get for this video. I need to adjust the waistband. I need to bring it in by an inch, or not bring it in. I need to make it 1.5 inches shorter because there's too much length on the top bit for where it sits on my body. So I need to do that, and I need to readjust the lining for the inside, but it is done enough that I can definitely like wear it and just tuck the skirt up into the bodice a little bit. So I'm gonna do that, and I will do my little like honing in things privately. So now what I want to do is I want to do the hair that Evie has, and Evie definitely has like really intensely curly hair, just like here and then at the bottom. We're gonna be using a couple of tools. This set of foam rollers that I got at Target. I think you could use any foam rollers, but these were the ones I could find. Hair lotion and my hairbrush. So I'm going to be following the instructions that Rachel Maxey walks through in one of her more recent hair tutorials. I don't even think I think it's probably like a year ago. Try and set these curls, and then we will come back when it's, is that this? No, oh my god, it's the edge of the mirror. And then we will come back when it's all set and dried.
Victoria's curling her hair for a video. It looks cool. You're doing a great job.
Well, we'll see. Oh, we have a little VIP. Say hello, Nick. Don't be rude. Really thought I was recording before I took out these two curls, but apparently I wasn't, so let's take these bad boys out and see. An interesting thing is that Evie's hair actually looks a lot like my hair does when I like just let it air dry. Like, she definitely has like a fake curl happening. I love it, it looks great, but I feel like it wouldn't read the same if I just like had my hair dry like that. But maybe it would. I just feel like this is, if I can learn how to do this right, it'll be a lot more reliable. I bought a wig for the costume that I'll be making, but potentially next week. And it'll be my first time ever like styling and wearing a wig, and I'm also doing something really weird with it, so. Sasha was making fun of me because all of the costumes that I want to do are really like unrecognizable. Like this is not close to Evie's most recognizable look. I would say this is her third most recognizable look, but it's the one I looked at and said, I like this and would like to have it. Oh, hell yeah. That nice little curly bang. I feel like I'll do like the really tiny rollers around my face next time. Mary Pickford who? So for next time, what I would definitely do is break up my bangs more and do them with the smaller rollers so that they're just kind of like going in more different directions. Okay, yeah, so she does have these really like tight little bangs. I can probably get away with that. I would not like it if this was like daily wear, but it's definitely meant to look like she just stopped at Apocalypse and is now riding off on a horse. I feel like we achieved that pretty well. Let me go get my dress and then we can do the reveal. I should do the thing where you like pin your bangs up, but I just know that I would be serving big berries and cream. I kind of want to try and edit a picture of myself to look like this screenshot. That is the dress. That is all I have for you. Overall, I'm really happy with how it came out. Again, I do have alterations I want to make. Like it's 90% of the way to where it needs to be. I just need to make sure it fits me a little better. As always, if you have any other questions for me or want to see any other kind of content, feel free to let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys either in the comments or on my Instagram. It really makes my day to get to connect with you and hear kind of what you're talking about. And while you're here, the first time I've asked this, you might as well give me a little like and subscribe if you want to see more costume content, bra content, and some illustration. Yeah, so that's all I have. I hope that you all have a great rest of your weekend, day, wherever it is for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.